Hi, I'm Sean Carruthers, and welcome to How Do I on Butterscotch.com. In this series, we're taking a look at the brand new Apple TV. In this episode specifically, we're taking a look at how to set up your Apple ID on the Apple TV and how to rent movies and television shows. To set up your Apple ID from the main interface, scroll all the way over to Settings. We'll see General again. We'll click on that and scroll down to iTunes Store. Now, this is where it saves all of your information for renting and streaming information from Apple. In this case, we have location United States. You can set that to other areas around the world. We're going to back out of that because we want to be in the States in this case. And we're going to go down to Sign In. It'll ask you for your Apple ID. Now, this is the email address that you use to sign in to your iTunes account on your computer. Now, to enter this in, again, we'll use the remote control to select the letters that we want that spell out that email address. And again, if you have the app set up on your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch, you can use this to type right onto your device and skip the pain of having to use the remote like this. Once you're done entering in your ID, head down to Done and press the button in the center to move on to the next step where it'll ask you for your password. Here you'll enter in your password using the same method of entry. And you'll notice it doesn't appear on the screen, so you have to be careful to make sure that you are entering it in correctly. And when you're done, scroll down to the bottom and click Done. Ask you if you want to remember your password for rentals. If you say yes, it'll automatically rent. You won't have to enter your password every single time. If you want to be sure other people in your household don't automatically use your account to rent things and run up your bill, choose no in this case. We're going to choose yes because I'm the only one using this particular device. Then it will sign you in, your account is set up, and now when you go back out to the main menu system by pressing menu a couple times, you can go out to movies and TV shows and you can actually start to rent them now. So if we want to rent a movie of some sort, for example, we want to go down and watch Avatar for whatever reason, we haven't seen it yet. We can go click through, again by selecting using the middle button on the remote control. And we have a listing of the movie itself, including all the details, the actors, director, producers, a little write-up of it. We can get a preview of it if we want, and that will actually start streaming some of the movie. That will allow us to figure out whether or not we actually want to watch this, or whether it's just something that looked good in the icon, but looks kind of terrible in reality. You can hit menu to back out of this, go back to this page. We can put it on our wish list for later if we want to watch it at some point, but not quite now. We can click more for more information, including the tomato meter from Rotten Tomatoes, all of the reviews from that site, and more detailed information. Again, we'll hit menu. And when we're ready to rent it, we'll hit Rent in HD. Choose OK if we're sure that we want to watch it. If we don't want to watch it, we'll hit Cancel. Again, we'll have 30 days to start watching the movie after we click OK, and we have 24 hours to finish it once we press play for the very first time. So we'll click OK, and it'll actually start the process of accessing the iTunes Store and saying that we can rent this. So now anytime within the next 30 days, we can go watch this. TV shows are slightly different. The process is more or less the same, but if we want to rent a particular episode, so we'll go up to Glee here and select it, and we'll notice we've got an icon here that says that Avatar is ready to watch, so anytime we're ready to see that, we can go to it. We don't want to watch it right now, so we'll press menu. Now with Glee, instead of just going through to the movie page itself, we're looking at episodes instead. So we've got Glee Season 1, so we would actually sort through into the different episodes of that particular season, and then click through to the actual episode that we want to watch. And again, we can preview it, or we can rent it in HD, in this case 99 cents, so a little bit cheaper. Now you notice on the main page here again, when you're searching for TV shows or movies, you got a couple of different ways to do that. For movies, we have the top movies, so things that are very popular right now. We can actually go through into genres and search for types of movies. So if we're in the mood for a comedy, we can go down and look for different types of comedies here, and it'll show us top rentals in comedy, new and noteworthy, romantic comedies, dramedies, so all of the different types, and it'll allow us to start searching for these things. And as things will appear on these little ticket stubs as they come through over the internet. So we'll back up again to the main menu for movies. We'll notice that we can also do a search. So if we know exactly what we want, but we don't know whether it's there, we can look it up here. So we can look for Dumb and Dumber, and as we click through here, it'll start to narrow down the results on the right-hand side of the screen. And you notice that even with 2 buttons there, we've already got Dumb and Dumber over to the side. So we go over to the side of the screen and highlight it and go down the list if it's not the one that's right at the very top. And there we have it. Go back up again to the top level. Go over to TV shows. In this case, we also have the ability to search by TV network as well. So there's a number of TV networks that are available on the Apple TV. Not all of them at this point, but they are adding more all the time. So we'll see the various ones that you can go through here and then search through BBC America, for example, and we can see the different series that are available through that particular network. Now when we're ready to finally watch something that we've rented, we'll notice up in the top corner, the rented items will appear on the left, and over to the right are other items that they're suggesting that you watch. So we'll go up to the top, highlight the one that we want to watch in our rented column, select through, and we want to press play, we'll hit play, and it will start to buffer. It'll load in. It'll authorize the content to make sure that we're actually legitimately able to play this. Maybe it's expired by the time we finally go to it. And it will start to play. So we hit play pause to stop the action here. Now you notice we press play again. There's a scroll bar on the bottom that indicates where you are in the content. You can actually fast forward and rewind through this as well by holding down the left and right buttons, depending on which direction you want to go. So if I want to fast forward in this, I'll hold down the right-hand side and I'll fast forward into another section of it, like so. And if I press it several times, it'll speed up even faster. And you'll notice that it's loaded a certain amount of this already. So it's able to fast forward through this, even though it's a streaming video. Then we can press the play pause button to go back to regular play mode. If we want to go in reverse, we'll actually hit the reverse button and go backwards like this. So that's how to set up your iTunes account with your Apple TV and start to rent movies and TV shows. Don't forget to check out the show notes for this episode on butterscotch.com, as well as show notes for all the other episodes in this series.